Welcome back, fans and friends. For this upcoming video, I have the second part to the 50s series of cars that I got, Release 73. And this is a GM product, not a Chrysler product. This is the Cadillac Series 62 from 1959. We can see Release 73, 2254, so the casting won't be important because it's the 54th casting of this car last year, but Release 73 is the same as this Royal Lancer. And obviously, it does the same thing they did with the Dodge 1959 Cadillac. I do like the blue. We have very different. It's not a picture of the car in the background, but you can just see 1959 and then Cadillac there. Once again, 16,799 pieces left out there in the world for you to buy. There's the Cadillac symbol, Cadillac again, in case you forgot. And then we have two exact mirror images of the Cadillac. I don't know why they did it for this one, but then they chose to do something a little bit better for this one. So I don't know what to say. I think the Dodge one is actually better because of that. It doesn't just have two things repeated on it. Again, front is the same as the back. You can see the stretch across chrome bumper. I do like the wings, the alien rear lights there. Looks really nice and really out of place compared to the other vehicles I've done. The quad front lights, once again, unique. Very unique. And I must say, when I saw this on the shelf, I thought, you know what could go wrong? I'm going to do something entirely out of my element, something that I'm not too familiar with, but you know what? It looks really nice. And I thought I should just share it, because why not? And so, lately the M2s have been okay. I have not had serious quality issues. There's been a few things, but more or less there has not been very many serious things. And then, like I said, the Dodge one was so much better. You had a picture of a car, family driving inside of it. This one, nothing like that. So the Cadillac is nice and fancy, but very boring. And for those wondering, if you're tuning in, you didn't watch the last one, that Royal Lancer is the vehicle in the background. You see there, the blue and white roof. That is the Royal Lancer from Dodge, 1955 version. This is a 1959 Cadillac from M2, same series. White walls, always nice to see. The wings, like I said, this looks really, really nice on the car. Strangely, the Dodge had a better hood. So the Cadillac symbol is nothing to scoff about, but the front looks really nice. I don't think it's as nice as that, though. And we can see a huge gap there, and gaps on the corners there from the hood to the body, and what I originally thought was a defect, but it turns out these are planned. It's normally like that. A nice big one-piece windshield, window wipers, everything else done pearlescent, really nice. It was just specks of dirt on the back. I wiped it off, but I think this, we'll compare them after. I really do like this. Everything else appears to be really plain. This is a huge car, by the way, but everything else appears to be very boxy, very rectangular, very, I don't know how to put it, combination of various shapes. That's unique there. The nearly vertical, rectangular side mirror. Most of the other cars have a perpendicular appearance. I'm looking for anything qualitative, just right there. Is the only thing. So you see that, how it's nice and flat? It is not there. So it's just a minor defect. Probably if you go out and get one, you won't get as bad as this. Lots of lines and angles, so I'm going to try and pop this out without destroying the screw this time. Alright, I have pretty much taken it off, and this time I did not, as you can see there. Both the screws are in perfect condition. And what I mean by that is I have a bunch of extra ones. These are, like I said, almost semi-laptop screws. But you can just sort of see there what I did to the Royal Lancer's base screws. Completely destroyed one of them. And so there we have it, the nice silver showroom floor. 1962 Cadillac Series 62. I put it upside down so I don't lose the screws. That's what I did to it. The one on the left. Look at that. Need a Robertson's to get it out now. Anyway, there's the car. It is, like I said, huge. Look at that. The difference between the two. Of course, it's not too great because these are cars from the 50s when they became sort of like small boats. But it looks really nice. Not as nice as that. I'm just saying. This part looks really nice. This part looks really nice. It's highly unusual. I'm not really a fan of those two gaps, and obviously I brought up that little defect there with the chrome. Otherwise, it's not too huge an issue. We have again a wheel issue right there. You can see just right there, it's not perfectly round. It doesn't appear to bother the car driving though, which we will see in about a second. You can hear a sort of clicking. Probably shouldn't be doing that. I will try to, and you can see how hard it's going to be to fix. The whole car must be taken apart, which is unfortunate. And the wheels are really thin. So is that the nature of white wall tires? Pretty much with these M2s. And you can see the standoffs, so you can use wider tires with these, but they've decided to choose. And here's the gloss black undercarriage once again. 1959 Cadillac, so we have no way of knowing it's the 62 other than the base it's going to sit on, which is unfortunate because this one says Royal Lancer. I don't know why they decide to do really good on some of them and poorly on others. And then there's the cast line ink stuff. There's the two screws for the base. It's the scissor bottom, so if I were to dismantle this, all I need to do is take that screw out, and there's a little pin that goes in the back, and the top bottom would just drop right out. I'm not going to do that in this video. I've done it with other videos. You can watch those, or if I'm asked to, I'll do it. And there we have the two mufflers near the middle of the car. Normally, nowadays, it would be towards the back, or certain trucks and or sports cars will have it towards the front, depending on where the engine sits. And so that's pretty much covering this Cadillac. Like I said, there is an unusual. It's the back wheels. The back wheels are. There is something off about them. I will try to flatten them out and push them together. I don't want to do it right now because you don't have a lot of space. You can just see the clearance there. Not a lot of space to stick things in to try to force it closed. Also, it could be a great many things making it do that. It's not the front wheels. See that? Nice and smooth. It is the back wheels are hitting something. Anyway, what everybody wants to see, the doors. I'm lying. Everybody wants to see. I do like the steering wheel. It is definitely unique. You can see there the dash, the instruments, what I was talking about, the part that comes out with the door. The Royal Lancer has it too, but it is more perpendicular. The normal, what we would have think of the 60s and 50s cars. This one, the doors happen to both open really easily. I did not struggle like that Royal Lancer. It's not a problem with the Royal Lancer. It's an M2 casting issue. I'm not knocking Dodge. And so finally, I'm going to pop open the hood. You're going to get to see what drives this beast forward. And the hood, unfortunately, does not open quite as much as the Lancer did. It's also much bigger. You can just see how big that hood is. And there we have the engine. Very narrow and much shorter than the other one. I'm pretty sure this is a V8. And you can just see the screw slot and the panel in the back. The support straw on the left is not fully painted, as is sometimes normal on these M2s. But otherwise, they did a really good job. If you're not looking for it, you're not going to see it. So fans and friends, if you think this was worthy buy, I think so. Compared to the Lancer, honestly, if you have a choice between the two, unless you're a hardcore Cadillac 62 fan and you just want to put something from the 50 on display, this one just looks so much better. I'm just saying. I'm not really a fan of the, it might be mild OCD, but I'm not really a fan of having Royal on one side, Royal Lancer on the other side, and Dodge on the back, depending on what you're used to nowadays. But this car looks really nice. And the huge engine, I'm saying, like, there's an L on the front there. You can see just where the cylinders go and everything else. It's just unusual to me, but it doesn't take away from the car itself. Well, this one, they put the plainest looking engine in the world in there. No accents whatsoever. Nothing weirdly painted. And I must say it is kind of like if you look at the top, you see here the two, and you look from the side, you see here the one. It looks really nice. Certain parts of the car. And there you have license plate 1959. The rear part of the car looks really nice as well. Perhaps not even, like I said, the standoff for the license plate on this thing looks really nice. But there are parts of this car I do really like. I do like all this stuff, all highly unique. And then all of this stuff, very highly unique, but then they put stuff on the rear license plate and then put stuff on the front license plate, so it's just kind of weird. Meanwhile, the Lancer has no front plate. So, fans and friends, like I said, can't go wrong with either of them. Honestly, they did a better job, I think, with this one than they did with this one. There are parts of this car I really do like. The white wall tires, obviously, both cars have them. This one has a nervous clicking thing that I'm going to have to get to later on with the rear wheels. I think it's just the thing in the middle needs to be replaced. But otherwise, it is not terrible. I don't want to keep going on and on, but honestly, if you have a choice between the two, you don't want to spend $20. Get the Royal Lancer. Just looks way better. This one is okay, but not as good. Anyway, I'm going to stop flying over this, let you guys do whatever you need to do afterwards. This is Thomas from Toronto, bringing to you the 1959 Cadillac Series 62 from M2's release 73, and thanks for watching.